So we're all getting pretty used to AI assistants, right? They help write our emails, plan our trips. But what happens when the stakes get a little higher? I mean, what if you need an answer you can absolutely 100% trust? Well, there's a new kind of AI out there that's built for exactly that, one that actually does its homework.
Look, this is the question that kind of haunts all of us who use AI, isn't it? You ask it for a really important fact, and for that split second, you're just thinking, did it pull that from somewhere real, or did it, just make it up? And it all comes down to that one word we keep hearing, hallucination, right? It's that core fear that the AI will just confidently tell you something that's totally made up. And honestly, it's probably the biggest reason a lot of us are still a little hesitant to rely on these tools for our really important stuff.
Okay, but what if an AI had a set of rules? Like a strict rule book it had to follow? What if it was built from the ground up specifically to stop hallucinations from happening? Well, that's pretty much the whole idea behind Google's NotebookLM. It's an AI assistant that's all about trust and being able to check its work.
And this right here, this is the key difference. NotebookLM becomes an expert only on the stuff you give it. That's it. It's not trying to be an expert on the entire internet. It's designed to be an expert on your world, using your documents as its entire universe.
So, to really get what makes NotebookLM special, we gotta compare it to the AIs we already know and use. But listen, this isn't about which one's better or worse. Think of it more like two totally different philosophies. It's like having two different kinds of experts on your team for two very different jobs. Okay, here's probably the easiest way to picture this. An AI, like ChatGPT, it's taking an open book exam. It can pull answers from anywhere on the massive, open internet. But NotebookLM, it's taking a closed book exam. It can only use the exact study materials, the documents that you've given it. Nothing more and nothing less. And that really sharpens the focus, right? ChatGPT is amazing. It's your go-to for general knowledge, brainstorming, creative stuff. But NotebookLM, that's your specialist. You hand it your specific research, your internal reports, your meeting notes, and it just masters that stuff, becoming your personal fact-checkable expert on that one topic. Okay, looking at this chart, two things just jump out and are absolute game changers. First, source citations. NotebookLM automatically gives you a citation right there in the answer every single time. And second, hallucinations. Because it can only use your sources, the chance of it just making stuff up basically drops to zero. If you're doing any kind of serious research, that is a massive deal. All right, so we've talked about what this is and why it's different. Now let's get into the fun part, the how. Let's see just how easy it is to actually put this personal expert to work for you. And really, the whole process is super simple. You create what's called a notebook, you add your sources to it, and then you just start asking questions. But the real magic isn't just in the answers themselves. It's the fact that every answer comes back with its receipts. It shows you the proof, exactly where it got the information from. And you can throw pretty much anything at this thing. I'm talking PDFs, text files, your Google Docs and slides, even just web URLs and YouTube videos. And get this, you can load up to 50 sources into just one notebook. That's a ton of information for your AI to completely master for you. I know I'm repeating myself here, but I have to, because this is the most important feature. Every single answer comes with a precise citation. You click on it, and boom, it takes you to the exact passage in your original source material. So it's not just giving you an answer, it's showing you its work, proving it, right from your own stuff. But okay, it's not just about asking and answering questions. NotebookLM has this, well, it's kind of like a secret superpower, a feature that can totally change the way you consume your own research. Okay, check this out. One user took just 5 documents. 5. And from those 5 sources, NotebookLM created a 63-minute podcast. I'm not kidding. A full-on audio discussion with 2 AI hosts talking to each other, breaking down and analyzing the materials. You can literally put on headphones and listen to your research while you're on a walk or at the gym. Yeah, that quote, that was the actual reaction from the guy who discovered this. It's that no way moment, right? That wow moment when you realize you can go from just reading your notes to actually listening to a conversation about them, like you have 2 experts right there discussing your topic. So this all sounds really cool, but let's get practical. Where does a specialized tool like this actually fit into your day-to-day work? Let's break down a few specific use cases. Okay, so what if you're a student prepping for a big exam? Imagine uploading all of your lecture notes, your required readings, all of it. Then you could just ask it to create a study guide for you or explain that one really complex theory in simple terms, or even generate practice questions. And the best part, it's all based only on your actual course material. Or how about a writer, trying to ground an article in solid facts? This is just a perfect fit. You upload all your research, interviews, data, and every single time you pull a fact for your article, it comes with that instant, perfect citation. Fact-checking just became, well, kind of a breeze. Okay, one more. Let's say you're a professional, maybe an analyst, looking at a pile of internal reports. You could feed it, a dozen super dense quarterly reports and just ask, what were the common themes in our sales challenges over the last year? And in seconds, you get this amazing, synthesized answer, with every single point backed up by a citation from the original reports. No more digging. So you see, it really just comes down to using the right tool for the right job. If your work lives and dies by verifiable facts from a specific set of documents, NotebookLM is going to be your new best friend. It's the specialist. But if you need to brainstorm, write creatively, or just ask general knowledge questions, then a generalist like ChatGPT is still your go-to. And this quote from AI researcher Dr. Sarah Hooker just nails it. The future here isn't about finding that one AI to replace all the others. It's about building your own personal team of specialized AI assistants, where each one helps you work smarter in its own way. So as we wrap this up, the real question isn't, should I use AI anymore? It's, how am I building my AI team? You've probably got your creative brainstormer, maybe you have an AI that helps with code, but do you have that diligent, fact-checking research assistant yet? Because there's a new specialist on the block, and it's ready to go to work.